Good afternoon and welcome to historic Delano, Georgia on the campus of University of North Georgia. Today's matchup we have the University of Lander Bearcats versus the University of North Georgia Nighthawks. My name is Noah Alford and I'm here with Robert DeClemente and the rest of the Nighthawks Sports Network to bring you today's coverage of North Georgia soccer. Today's matchup, as I said before, is Lander Bearcats versus the Nighthawks. Nighthawks are sitting at 6-2-1 on the season, with a conference record of 3-1, win streak of 2, 5-1-1 at home, and 1-1 away. The Atlanta University Bearcats are sitting at 2-3-4 on the season, conference record of 0-1-2. They have a streak of a tie. The last game ended up in a 0-0 tie. At home, they're 1-2-3, and away, they're 1-1-1.
Well, the Nighthawks are coming off of another impressive performance at home against Clayton State, where they came away with the 2-0 win, despite being down Sierra Fowler in goal for the Nighthawks. Sierra Duff and Faith Bullied were able to hold down the fort, as well as the rest of the Nighthawks defense, to record their second consecutive shutout and their fifth of the season. A red card in the first half of the match certainly put the Lakers at a disadvantage, as Ariel Arnoff was able to come away with a goal off the bottom of the crossbar just a minute later, after Clayton State was forced to play with just 10 players. Abby Crane put another one in the back of the net for the Nighthawks, her third goal of the week, making it a 2-0 game. From there on out, the Nighthawks were unable to come away with another point. Despite having 21 shots last game, their most in any match this season, they had to face Trinity Chastain in goal for the Lakers, who, despite letting up 2 goals in that game, had a career performance with 13 saves to keep the Nighthawks from growing their lead. Meanwhile, the visiting Bearcats from Lander University are coming off of a 0-0 tie on the road against Georgia Southwestern, that tie being their 4th of the season. The Bearcats outshot the Hurricanes 50-2 in that game, but just couldn't find the back of the net. Goalkeeper Taylor Frew for the Bearcats had 2 saves on the night, as she recorded her 3rd shutout of the season. The Bearcats have either lost or tied in their last 6 games this season, so there's no doubt they'll be looking to get back into the win column in this Peach Belt matchup against North Georgia.
Yeah, a very good matchup here we have today, Robert. The Bearcats are in their last 5, 0-2-3, so have not got a win in 5 weeks. A tie against UC Aiken. It's September 10th, which was 1-1. A tie against Anderson University, which is a 0-0 tie. Columbus State lost 1-3. USC Pembroke lost 0-1 and a tie to Georgia Southwestern. So they're obviously looking to bounce back for a win here tonight. This will help them a lot if they can try to get a win over this very good UNG defense and this very explosive offense here. As we said before, Nighthawks are on a 2-game win streak. In their last 5, they have scored, let me do a quick math here, 15 goals to their opponents, 5 goals. So they have 10 more goals than their opponents have ever scored, have scored the last 5 games. So as you can see, the Nighthawks are very good on the offensive attack and very good on the defensive attack as well, or defensive strategy as well. So the Nighthawks can keep up this great run they have here. They will be primed and set for a very good game against the Bearcats. And their next game is October 1st against USC Beaufort, who is a very, very good team. They are sitting at, I'm pretty sure they only have 1 loss on the season, if I'm not mistaken. The Beaufort Sand Sharks are a very good team. They are sitting at 6-2 with their last game. They lost to Columbus State 0-2. But the Nighthawks have not played Columbus State yet. So as you can see, they have a very tough matchup after this game if they do win this game. With about 2 minutes remaining in the pregame clock here, Nighthawks came back onto the field, got a little standing ovation from the team. They will be in their blue and white jerseys, as the Bearcats are in their white and blue jerseys. So got the same colors as us in a sense. Very good matchup we have here today on the Nighthawks Sports Network.
Looking at a couple stats here, Noah, the Nighthawks are out shooting their opponents 146 to 74. So this is definitely a team that can get their shots off in games while also playing terrific defense with 5 shutouts on the season so far. 84 of those 146 shots being on goal compared to just 43 shots on goal for their opponents. Averaging about 16 shots per game for the Nighthawks and almost 3 goals a game, about 2.67 goals per game for the Nighthawks. So definitely didn't score as much as they would have hoped to in their last game. So they're definitely looking to get a couple more goals here in this game against Lander here tonight.
For sure, I'm pretty sure the head coach of the Bearcats is looking forward to, probably has a pretty good strategy for the Nighthawks here. Their head coach, Chris Ayer, and assistant coach, John Madvig and Vaughn Taylor. Probably, have, like I said, have a really good scheme here for this very explosive Nighthawks offense here. They're a very stout defense here. Their goalkeepers are always very good. I cannot see who is in goal yet for the Nighthawks because they're setting up for the youth night we have here tonight. As I said, tonight is youth night, so some of the local soccer teams, youth soccer teams, coming out here for honorary players of today's game. We had some for the men's game earlier. Now we have some for the women's games tonight. We'll be right back with you after this short commercial break that you are watching Nighthawk Sport Network.
She has her whole life in front of her and already has a world-class heart team behind her. And so does every generation of her family, thanks to Georgia Heart Institute. Every day, our cardiologists, heart surgeons, and vascular surgeons bring breakthroughs that save and improve lives for generations. So whether you need heart care today or in 2073, we'll be here with the very best for your heart. Georgia Heart Institute.
Leadership is fueled by vision and passion. Leadership is service with empathy, creativity, and integrity. Leadership is seeking continuous improvement for yourself and your community. Since 1873, the University of North Georgia has prepared generations of civic, professional, and military leaders. Today, UNG is a leading regional university that serves students across 5 campuses and online, with educational pathways ranging from associate degrees to doctoral programs. And as one of only 6 senior military colleges in the nation, UNG holds designations as a state leadership institution and as the Military College of Georgia. UNG's national reputation and student profile are growing stronger each year, and we remain focused on student success and academic excellence at all levels. Across UNG, our incredible faculty and staff are scholars and mentors who inspire service, inquiry, and creativity. And resume-building experiences help each student fulfill their potential. We know the value of determination and teamwork in and out of the classroom, and this spirit pushes our students to excel on the field, serve our communities, and explore the world. When the day is done, the real measure of our success lies in who our graduates become. Outstanding leaders for a diverse and global society. The University of North Georgia.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby. Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela burns it.
An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
Back with you in Dahlonega as we start this first period, as the youth soccer players are coming off the field and they're getting their little handshake to the Landers players. Should be a good game here tonight.
Here's how both teams will line up today. Today's starting lineups are presented by Northeast Georgia Health System, the official healthcare partner of North Georgia Athletics. First, the starters for the visiting Bearcats are led by number 1, Taylor Frew, number 2, Mia Piazza, number 3, Mary Moosebrugger, number 5, Emily Moberg, number 9, Anna Seifert, number 12, Kara Yandel, number 17, Tessa Simmons, number 18, Marin White, number 19, Caitlin Thompson, number 20, Sela Hansen, and number 29, Claire Reginald. The Bearcats are led by head coach Chris Ayer, and he's assisted by Jason Madvig and Van Taylor. Now the starters for Kaylee Ralton's Nighthawks. In goal is going to be number 00, Faith Bullied, the freshman from Savannah. Number 2, Kaylee Colleen, the senior from Canton. Number 3, Skylar Abbott, the junior from Gainesville. Number 5, Abby Crane, the senior from Peachtree City. Number 9, Megan Dumond, the junior from Woodstock. Number 10, Maysoon El Shami, the junior from Alpharetta. Number 15, Bailey Vessel, the junior from Fayetteville, Georgia. Number 18, Kat Watry, the sophomore from Alpharetta, Georgia. Number 21, Grace Morgan, the junior from Savannah. Number 23, Natalie McGuire, the freshman from Norcross, Georgia. And rounding out the starting lineup is number 26, Alexa Arnoff, the freshman from Decula, Georgia. As we mentioned, the Nighthawks are led by head coach Kaylee Ralton, and she is assisted by Ian Smith and JP Merlette. As we look to get things started here in this Peach Belt soccer matchup between North Georgia and Lander University. As North Georgia takes the field here. North Georgia in their white kits tonight. As Noah mentioned earlier, Lander in the reverse colorway, the blue kits with the white numbers here.
Should be a pretty good matchup here. The captains for the Nighthawks are Maysoon El Shami, Kaylee Colleen, and I think the next one is, want to say, cannot quite see it yet. Give me 1 second to find out that last captain.
I believe Abby Crane. As that ball will roll out of bounds, and
Yes, I think it is Abby Crane.
Nighthawks will throw in here. Speaking of Abby Crane, she's putting together quite the impressive senior season as she is tied for third place in the Peach Belt with 6 goals so far on the season. As Faith Bullied was there for the Nighthawks. Bullied getting the start in tonight's matchup in goal. As I believe Sierra Fowler is still out and sidelined for tonight's matchup.
Shame Sierra Fowler cannot be out there, but obviously Faith Bullied will do a great job, as good as Sierra Fowler has done this whole season for the Nighthawks.
Nighthawks defense overall has been very solid this season with 5 shutouts. Faith contributing to that, to their last shutout against Clayton State. As Bullied will take the goal kick here. She passes it off to Vessel. Bearcats trying to work the ball around here. So that ball will be out of bounds off of Vessel, so Lander will have the corner kick here.
Lander with the early aggressiveness here.
As they send this one in. Good job by Al Shami to get the one out of there for the moment. So the Nighthawks with the free kick here, as Watry will take the kick. Nighthawks defense just working the ball around here. For those of you who are just joining us on the Nighthawk Sports Network, the North Georgia men's soccer team just had a dominant performance against USC Aiken, where they came away with the 6-0 win. Very impressive performance from the men's team as they get back into the win column there. Their first Peach Belt win of the season.
Very much needed win by them.
As Arnoff has the ball now, passes it off to Colleen. El Shami passes it off to Arnoff. Abbott gets the ball. Nighthawks are in position here. Bearcats defense standing strong there. That ball rolls out of bounds. And Dumond will throw in here for North Georgia. Bearcats with the ball now. Piazza chasing that ball down.
And the Lander have been very aggressive here to start this game. The ball has been on the Nighthawks side of the field a lot here. So this game's a kind of unusual start for the Nighthawks.
Good save there from Bullied, as Noah mentioned. Lander being very aggressive here in this first half. With a good save there by Bullied to keep the score at 0-0. Lander in position here. Abby Crane chasing that ball down.
As you see her speed there, outrunning that defender. We always say something about her speed, but it's just so, she's just so fast. You have to say something about it.
It's definitely one of the biggest advantages here on this Nighthawk squad. As that ball hits Vessel in the head. Good job by the Nighthawks defense there from not allowing Lander to capitalize. As we said, Lander being very aggressive in this game after their last 6 matches ending in either a tie or a loss, so they are most definitely looking to get back into the win column tonight. Their last win coming against Mars Hill University, where they won 3-0 back on August 31st.
Almost a month since they had their last win. I know that's not obviously the start they wanted to the season, but they can possibly try to bounce back here against this very good Nighthawks team. Chick-fil-A Atlanta is the presenting sponsor of the Nighthawk of the Week program. From supporting local charities to hosting school spirit nights, Chick-fil-A restaurants are committed to giving back in ways that are most meaningful to our customers and our communities. If you're looking for great food nearby, it is Chick-fil-A's pleasure to serve you.
Good takeaway there from those Dumond, but she seems to be shaken up. There she is down.
So she might have got hit in the head, possibly?
Looks like she was definitely tripped up there for a moment. Maybe an issue with the leg, possibly, but she looks to be okay for the time being. El Shami with the ball. To the Bearcats defense as they take over here.
Number 2 there, Mia Piazza, driving that ball downfield. Beating Maysoon on the defense there.
Again, Crane showing off her speed there. This ball will go back to Taylor Frew, the junior goalkeeper from Athens, Georgia. So that ball goes out of bounds again. Ball sent in by Lander. Watchery trying to get that ball out of there.
Good defense there by the Nighthawks.
As Lander will take over here. As that ball goes right to Aronoff. Grace Morgan passing it off to Abbott.
Skylar still has that sleeve on her leg, on that right leg there. I wonder why that's the second game I've seen her with it. Maybe she has like some type of slight muscle injury to try to keep that leg warm and keep the blood flow going.
As that ball goes out of bounds, and Nighthawks will throw in here. Ball goes back to the Bearcats as they will move the ball around here. Lander working the ball around here, sends this one downfield, but Aronoff will chase that one down. As that ball rolls out of bounds for a goal kick for Bullied.
Lander doing a very good job here to start this first period. Really keeping the Nighthawks on their side of the field, not really letting a lot of balls go towards their goalie, which I believe is Taylor Few, I believe is how you say your last name. They're doing a very good defensive job as well and offensive job as well. Usually Nighthawks are always mostly on the other side of the field. And now they have to really fight their way over there. It's not always easy, but they usually get over there with ease sometimes in most of their games.
Ball goes back to Abbott. She passes it off to Shami as Abby tries to chase that ball down. She is unable to get a piece of it, so Lander will throw in here. That ball is sent downfield to Vessel as she sends it back downfield to El Shami. Natalie McGuire had broken free for a moment there, but El Shami was unable to find her. So Taylor Frew will look to reset things here for her squad as she will send this one downfield. Lander with possession now. Goes right to Aronoff. She passes it off to Abbott. Abbott passes it back to Vessel. as Lander will throw it in on the far sideline. Nighthawks defense doing a good job there to keep Lander from capitalizing.
The Lander team has some speed to it as well. Obviously, we have Kat and Abby are the pretty fast players on the team. Pretty sure the fastest players on the team. I know Abby Crane has the record for the UNG strength and conditioning leaderboard in our weight gym here. I think for the 20-yard dash. Don't know the exact time, but I know she is top 3, I believe, on that leaderboard. So obviously you can tell she is very, very fast. And I'm pretty Lander has a couple of speedy players on their team. I think number 2, Mia Pisa, is pretty fast. We saw her running down the middle of the field with the ball, as well as a couple more Bearcats there.
McGuire with possession now, goes right back to Lander.
I think she was looking for a Scholar there. She ran, trying to get to the outside.
So that ball will go back to the Lander defense, as they have been very aggressive here in this first period. Ball goes right to Faith. About 15 minutes of action gone here in this first period. No score yet.
Pretty even matchup here. Both teams are very equal right now. Both teams having good offensive possessions. Atlanta having a bit better ones, but this Nighthawk defense is staying very strong.
That ball rolls out of bounds. Lander trying to work quickly here. Dumond throws it into Watry. As you said, Noah, this game has been pretty close so far. The historical matchup has been pretty close as well between these two schools, with North Georgia coming away with 10 wins against Lander and the Bearcats getting 8 wins against the Nighthawks. The last matchup between these two squads ended in a North Georgia win on the road 2-0. Abby Crane and Megan Dumond both came away with goals in that game, as North Georgia has won 6 out of the last 7 matchups against Lander. As Faith will have the goal kick here for the Nighthawks. Watry, couple moves, trying to make her way downfield. Ball goes back to Vessel.
Now I was trying to get something going here, trying to be on the attacking side, but the Bearcat defense is holding up pretty well, which is not surprising to say the least. They have always put up some type of fight in their games. Like I said, they've only scored 7 goals this season, with their opponent scoring 8 goals, on the season. So about even with their opponent scoring goals to them scoring goals. Compared to Nighthawks, there is a very different game there. So I guess their defense holds them up sometimes, but it does happen. And then we have a sub waiting for the Nighthawks here. They believe that it's Elise Bursey. Just subbing in for Abby Crane.
So Baresi will step on for North Georgia. As that ball goes back to Vessel. Vessel for the Nighthawks has earned her second Women's Soccer Defender of the Week award this season in the Peach Belt.
There's Bailey, one of our commentators, and a list up here that comes up when she does not have a game. But sometimes she comes after the game, but the women did play second today. Usually the men play second and the women play first, but it's a little different here in today's matchup. Or today's doubleheader we had here today.
Stepping off for North Georgia, number 24, Alize Buresi.
As Lander still being aggressive here. Bullied will fall on top of that one.
The UNG bookstore is located in the Chesapeake building beside Starbucks in downtown Dahlonega. Fans and students can visit in person or online at the ungbookstore.com for all your Nighthawk apparel and textbooks needs.
So Nighthawks with possession here.
Now on the attack. Now back on the attack. I feel like Nighthawks need to play the left side of the field a little bit more. I feel like there's a little less crowded over there. You know, I know obviously they would shift as the ball comes over, but I feel like they need to try to work the side close to us because they're not having really good success on the right side of the field. Or the opposite side of the field.
Both of these defenses for Lander and North Georgia have been pretty solid all season long. As Noah mentioned, the Bearcats only letting up 8 goals this season. North Georgia just 7. So we may see more of a defensive battle here than anything else tonight. As Lander will take the free kick here in a little bit of dangerous territory for the Nighthawks. As Caitlin Thompson will be taking the free kick here for Lander.
Very dangerous shot there. Almost a goal there for the Bearcats, but defended well there by the Nighthawks.
So Bullied will reset things here.
Those Bearcat attackers are, the Bearcats attackers are very, or forwards as I should call them, not attackers, but forwards have been very, very aggressive with the ball when the Nighthawks back at defensive line has it.
As El Shami has the ball, she passes it off to Watry, showing off her speed there. Abbott takes the shot, goes right into the hands of Frew.
Not too bad shot there by Skylar. Trying to at least get some momentum going for the Nighthawks. Get on the side of the field, take I believe their first shot on goal of the game.
I believe so. Probably the best opportunity they've had so far in this game. As Bearcats throw it in. Ball travels out of bounds. So Lander will throw it in again. Nighthawks defense working the ball around as Vessel sends this one down to Abbott.
Good header there by Abbott. I'm glad the Bearcats have a little height advantage as well. Don't quite have the heights down, but I know the Nighthawks has a particularly shorter team with their tallest player being 5'9", which is Sierra Duff, a freshman goalkeeper. But then in a midfielder or a defender or a forward, their tallest player is, I believe, Kiera Collins. Yes, Kiera Collins is sitting at 5'8", standing at 5'8", who is our tallest person, and that is not a goalie.
So Watry with the ball here. Passes it off to Abbott. As Grace Morgan sends that ball in.
Her and Clara are the same height, 5'8". 5'8", tallest players on the Nighthawks. So they always have that slight disadvantage with their height, but their speed. They get the advantage back with their speed they have on this team.
Bearcats also have a very experienced team coming into the season with 6 seniors and graduate students on their roster. Vessel will pass that off to Grace Morgan. So that ball will go back to Watry. Watry, one of the...
Ooh, a little bit too much on it there.
Watry's one of the leaders in the Peach Belt Conference with shots on goal.
In NCAA Division II, there are no limits. That's why the University of North Georgia gives student athletes the opportunity to excel on and off the field of competition, from top-notch academics to community engagement to athletics. Now, the Nighthawks can become a champion in everything they do. And Division II, the opportunities are there. So join UNG Nighthawk Athletics as we continue to pursue the NCAA Division II mission and make it yours.
So Abbott will step off here for North Georgia as Nikki Gomez is stepping on for the Nighthawks.
She was out for a little bit, which I'm pretty sure she sprained her ankle. If I'm not mistaken, I think she was out because she sprained her ankle. So obviously she got a little standing ovation from the crowd. Good to see her back on the field of play, field of competition, to get back and help her team try to get a win here.
Gomez, a very important player on this Nighthawk squad. So as you mentioned, they're definitely glad to see her back on the field. That ball goes back to Bullied. Lander trying to work past this Nighthawks defense here, but ball goes back to Bearcats defense as they send this one downfield to Arnoff. A little bit of contact there, but no call. Landers on the attack here, but good job by the Nighthawks defense to take that one away there. As Piazza with the ball now.
And you see Nikki Gomez had a little bit of speed to her as well. So like I said, the Nighthawks is a very, very fast team, which a lot of opposing teams have to be weary of, because if they can't keep up with them, they're obviously going to blow right past them for easy one-on-one opportunity with the goalie.
So Gomez has the ball now. She'll pass it off to El Shami. This Cat breaks away here. Pass a little strong as Lander takes over. This has definitely been a battle of the defenses here in this first period of action.
For sure. Very good defensive battle here. Who doesn't love a good defensive battle in whatever sport that you follow the most? Soccer, football, or even baseball, or even basketball.
Defense wins games.
And offense wins championships. Well, defense wins championships. Offense wins games.
As Gomez passes that off to Watry. Watry with the cast on her left arm still.
Yeah, I asked Watry one time after a game. I was like, "What happened to your hand?" She was like, "She broke or something." And she has like the cast is off. She has like a protective brace on it right now, just to make sure, obviously, it heals fully. Just don't have any further damage to the wrist, because she is a very vital player for their team.
As Taylor Frew will take the goal kick. About 15 minutes left here in this first period of Peach Belt soccer action.
Walden Company Realty is dedicated to serving you with all your real estate needs. Their team of professionals will help you with everything from transition coordination to marketing to representing you as a buyer or a seller, making your transaction run as smoothly as possible. For more information, visit waldenco.com.
Great for Morgan there.
Nighthawk's trying to figure something out here. See if they can get something going. Kicks it to Alexa Arnoff. Gives it to Maysoon.
Watry coming away with the ball there. This goes to Lander as they will take over. So there's a little bit of contact there on the Bearcats.
And the ref in this game is not giving out as many yellow cards as the ref in the men's game. I'm pretty sure 5 yellow cards were given out and 1 ejection was made in the men's game. But the men's came up with a dominant win, as Robert said earlier, 6-0. Their first win in 5 games. So I know their Dr. Pat and the Nighthawks men's team is very happy about that.
Ball goes to midfield. Morgan with the ball, passes it off to Watry. Watry sends it in. Gomez trying to take that ball away from Lander's defense. As Alexa will throw in here. Ball goes to Alshami. Back to Morgan, who will pass it back to her Nighthawks defense.
It's a very, very good game here. It's an even matchup, like we said. The defense is holding their own for both teams, doing a very good job. The Nighthawks are trying to get something here within this last 12:25 left in this period, but the Lander defense is doing a very good job keeping them out of the goal and the box. And same with the Nighthawks defense, doing a good job keeping them out of the box. The Bearcats out of the box as well. So we will see what will change here, if anything will change with both teams, or we have a lot of time left, obviously, in this game.
Yes, Lander with 4 ties on the season after those new rules were instated by the NCAA. So they are definitely looking to come away with a win here tonight.
We have a sub coming in for the Bearcats. I believe that is number 6, Karina Byland, coming in, which is she's the midfielder, sophomore out of Simpsonville, South Carolina.
Lander in good position here.
Very good play there by Bailey Vessel. No wonder she got Defender of the Week 2 times, I believe.
Yes, she's
times.
2-time Peach Belt Defender of the Week here. One of the anchors for the Nighthawks defense. It has been terrific all season long. The Nighthawks will throw in here. As Shami takes that ball away from Lander.
Stoppage of play here. Don't quite know. I think number 19. Caitlin Thompson. I don't know if she was talking to the ref. Looked a bit hurt, so the ref stopped it to check on her. I'm not too sure. Amacola Propane is locally owned and operated in Northeast Georgia and provides propane sales, service, and repair to farms, homes, and businesses. Amacola Propane is dedicated to making their customers' lives more comfortable, and their knowledgeable staff will help both residential and commercial needs.
Number 6, Karina Byland.
Karina Byland stepping on for Lander here.
And also stepping off for the Bearcats, number 15, Romy Lewallen.
Romy Lewallen also stepping on for the Bearcats with about a little under 10 minutes left to play here in this first period. No score yet. As Bearcats will throw in. The Nighthawks take over here. Lander sends this one downfield.
Crowd here not liking that call by the ref, giving them a round of boos.
That ball goes back to North Georgia. Gomez with the ball. She will make her way downfield. This Vessel sends this one downfield. A little too strong for McGuire. As Taylor Frew passes that one off to Moberg. Pass a little strong, so Arnoff will send that one back to Bullied, who will just send that one out of bounds. As Lander will have the throw in here.
There's going to be a throw in for Lander. Or for the Nighthawks, I mean.
Lander takes over here. Dangerous territory here.
Oh, and a goal by Lander.
So Lander getting first blood here in Dahlonega as they get on the board first, 1-0.
Very good shot there by Lander. Don't think the Nighthawks defense was quite in the good position to try to get that ball out of there. So unfortunately, The Nighthawks are down 1-0 now with about 7:10 remaining in this first period. I know I've heard that this team is very unpredictable. They do a lot of things that you wouldn't think of. But obviously coming off this very long tie/losing streak they have, they want to try to get a win here against a very good team here, which will probably help the morale and their momentum here as they go into their next game after this one against Albany State University.
That goal from Lander coming from Romy Llewellyn. The assist credited to Anika Seifert. A little scare there for the Nighthawks, but Bullied is there.
You see the Nighthawks can tie it up here before this first period ends.
As that ball goes to North Georgia.
Lander goal by number 15, Romy Llewellyn. The assists are credited to number 9.
Ooh, very could have been a good thing there for the Nighthawks if Natalie could have kind of tried to fill that ball in. It would have tried to been a one-on-one with her and the goalie there. Could have easily passed her. The goalie came pretty far out the goal.
Lander sends this one in towards the goal. Bullied will come out and scoop that ball up. Resi passes it off.
The Peach Belt Conference is home to 37 national championships, including your 2015 softball team, your 2021 pole vault national champion, Journey Gurley. The conference is made up of 10 NCAA Division II member institutes from Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina, and currently holds championships in 15 sports. For more information on the conference, visit the league's official website at peachbelt.com.
So head coach for the Bearcats, Chris Ayer, definitely happy to see his squad on the board first here. Head coach Ayer in his 16th season as head coach for the women's soccer program. Also the first full-time women's soccer coach in Lander history when he joined the program back in 2006.
And the sub coming for the Nighthawks, number 16, 17, Kate Garth came in to this game.
Nighthawks trying to work quickly here to throw it in. About 4 minutes left to play here. So they will redo the throw-in. Lander's defense with the ball now.
Not a very good start for the Nighthawks here. Let up a goal. Usually, it's the other way around. The Nighthawks are very good at starting the matchup and very good at closing the match out as well.
Shot a little too strong there from Anika Seifert.
Faith Bully got a little lucky there that she put it too much on there. It would have possibly floated right over her head and got that in there.
So Nighthawks fortunate to come away with no goal there.
The Nighthawks Athletic Club is a fundraising arm of the Department of Athletics at UNG. Its goal is to enhance academic and athletic experience by providing scholarships, first-class facilities, and financial support for our 250 student athletes representing the university in 13 intercollegiate sports programs. Fans are encouraged to join the team behind the Nighthawks Athletic Club.
So Lander with possession now. They send this one to the goal. Bullied will wrap that up. trying to track that ball down there.
Nighthawks have to get this defense rolling as they usually do in the games. They usually are always on the other side, as I said before, but Lander is doing a very good job on the offense here and keeping the ball on the Nighthawks side. I know Coach Rawlton is not happy with their performance right now. We'll try to scheme something up here as this first period comes to an end. They try to help her Nighthawks here get a win.
As Watry tries to make her way downfield, she is tripped up.
I think fans here wanted to call for that slide tackle. Thought it was a little bit too much. I think another thing that the ref is probably not seeing or calling is a little tugs that the Lander Bearcats are doing to the Nighthawks here. They're holding them a little bit from preventing them to get the ball.
1 minute remaining in the half.
So we got 1 minute left here in this first period of Peach Belt women's soccer. As Lander with possession now. They send it downfield. Watry passes it off to Gomez. Gomez in position here. Good move by Gomez, but she is stopped up by Lander's defense. Ball goes back to Watry. Lander does a good job of taking over there.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Looks like that'll take us to halftime here at Lincoln Park. Lander up 1-0 on North Georgia.
Very, very rough start for the Nighthawks here. Usually Nighthawks start the game pretty well, but they're having a difficult time for this Lander defense. The score is, we'll be right back with you at this short commercial break. The score is 1-0 Lander here at the UNG Soccer Field in Lincoln Park. You are watching UNG Soccer on the Nighthawks Sports Network.
Coke with coffee. We blended Coke with rich coffee for one very good reason. Your afternoon pick-me-up routine needed it. Simple as that. Coke with coffee.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Here in Dahlonega, we treasure our history.
We treasure our waterfalls.
We treasure our wine.
But most of all, we treasure our guests.
We are a family.
We treasure our community.
And we're an experience for you to discover.
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 The heart of the Georgia mountains.
The heart of the Georgia mountains.
Discover the heart of the Georgia mountains.
The mountains are open.
How do you create something that's different than everyone else? you do it differently than everyone else. Here at Copeland Creative, we specialize in telling captivating stories of wild people, wild things, and wild places. We don't just capture the story, we immerse ourselves in it. We are a diverse, multi-talented media house based in North Georgia, and if you have a story that needs told, we want to help you tell it.
Welcome back here to the Nighthawk Sports Network, where North Georgia is down 0-1 against Lander University. Couple of stats here from the first half. Obviously, Lander getting on the board with a goal and an assist here with 4 shots. North Georgia not being able to notch a shot there in that first half. 2 of those Lander shots being on goal. Lander also having 3 corners in that first half compared to just 0 for North Georgia. No cards thrown in this game so far, but we have 4 fouls on Lander and 2 on North Georgia. North Georgia with 1 save as well, with 4 shots faced here tonight. Romy Llewellyn coming away with the goal for Lander. And Anna Seifert, Marin White, Claire Reginald, and Romy Llewellyn all coming away with shots in that first half. So they've definitely been the aggressors here so far. North Georgia looking to respond here in this second half, as they've usually been a very good second half team all season long, as they try to get on the board here and even up the score, come away with the win. But Lander so far has been up in the intensity, been more of a defensive battle than anything else. With Lander coming away with the goal, putting them up 1-0 here. So we will see if it'll be more of the same here in the second half, or if North Georgia can respond. So we will be back with you momentarily here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela Burgess.
An incredible finish by home.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
Back with you in the Dahlonega. As we said before, it is 1-0 Lander. The Nighthawks here having a tough time getting some offense going here. Hopefully Coach Ralton coached them up in this halftime break here to let them get some offense going, try to tie this game up or even get this win. Obviously they have to score 2 goals to get the win. There's no more overtime rules this year as NCAA quit that for this season. So here's Robert with some stats.
A couple more stats for you here. Like we mentioned, Lander up 1-0 here on North Georgia. Romy Llewellyn scoring that goal for Lander. Lander also with 4 shots on the night compared to none for North Georgia yet, as they have been unable to get into that column. No cards thrown in this game so far, but 4 fouls are going to be called on Lander and 2 on North Georgia. Lander, as we mentioned, with the 3 corners. North Georgia has yet to see a corner yet in this game. North Georgia with a save as well. Faith Bullied getting a save tonight, but unfortunately she was unable to stop Lander from scoring in that first half as they go up 1-0. And as Noah mentioned earlier, it's been more of a defensive battle than anything else, but North Georgia's offense definitely has to step it up here a little bit if they want to get back into this game, as Lander's been playing a bit more aggressive than they have so far. So maybe a few corners for North Georgia will definitely help out their case here. Try to get Nikki Gomez going. She's been out for the past few games with an ankle injury, so hopefully she'll be able to get things going here for the Nighthawks. She is very good at setting up her teammates to have some shots on goal here. See if we can get Abby Crane going as well, the leading goal scorer for the Nighthawks. And a couple of updates for you guys for the women's Peach Belt games today. We had a full slate of games here today as Columbus State beat USC Beaufort 2-0 earlier today. USC Aiken beating Albany State in a 5-0 win there. The Embry-Riddle and Flagler game was canceled in St. Augustine, Florida, most likely due to the hurricanes happening down there. Young Harris and Georgia Southwestern kicked off at 7 p.m., and Georgia College and Clayton State also kicked off at 7 p.m. Right now, Young Harris and Georgia Southwestern are in their second period. Young Harris up 1-0 on Georgia Southwestern. For the Georgia College and Clayton State game, it is currently tied at 1 apiece as they are in their second half as well. So we've got about 10 seconds left here in this halftime break as both teams will hit the field here, as North Georgia's got a little hole that they have to climb out of in this second period. And defense has been pretty solid here so far. They just haven't been able to find the back of the net on offense. As we mentioned, Abby Crane trying to get her going here.
For sure, I feel like getting Abby and those outside forwards going will definitely help this Nighthawks offensive scheme here. Let's see how they come to start this second period. Hopefully they can start very offensive with obviously flipping fields. Nighthawks now going on the left. Bearcats now on the right. Hopefully they can obviously, like Robert said, get Nikki going as well. She's been on sidelines, as he said, with ankle injury. So hopefully we can get her going. Fate Bullied she is staying in goal to start this period as well. So let's see if this defense and as well this offense can get going. Their captains, Kaylee Colleen as the backline captain here, and as well as I believe Maysoon as the frontline defender, I will say. The attack midfielder captain here. So hopefully the Nighthawks can get something going here to start this second period as we're about to kick off as soon as the ref gets ready, and we are off.
So Lander starting with the ball in the second period. As they work the ball back to their defense. The ball will roll out of bounds for a Lander throw-in. As North Georgia takes over. Aronoff tracking that ball down there.
I think Aronoff needs to get going too as well, because she has been a very good defender slash midfielder. I feel like she's a midfielder as well. She can get up there sometimes as well for the Nighthawks to help them get going on the attack here.
Alexa's sister Ariel Aronoff also putting together an impressive season, and she is tied for third in the Peach Belt in assists with 3 on the season.
Shot there, I believe, taken by the Nighthawks. Couldn't quite see at our angle that we have here. Believe it will be a corner kick for the Nighthawks. See if they can catch this in here to tie this game up.
Send it in.
Not quite a
defense is there.
Not quite a great goal kick for them.
Lander takes over here.
Oof.
Moosebrugger had got away there for a moment. She was able to get a piece of that one. She would have had a open shot on goal. So North Georgia will take over here. Cat with the ball now. Good few moves by her will lead to a free kick for the Nighthawks.
JP Millette helping that team out. Coach Rawton as well helping them out to get them in position for this free kick here. Will be a corner, I believe, for the Nighthawks.
Yes, so the Nighthawks taking the corner here.
Hopefully this one will be a little bit better than the last one. Trying to get it more up in the air so they can try to head it into the goal.
That ball stays low.
Wow, that was so close to a goal but did not get in.
That was Natalie McGuire with the shot there. Very close to tying up this game. North Georgia will have another corner kick. The Jaws theme on the other side of the field.
Let's see if they can catch this one in the third one. That's a good kick.
El Shami. Abbott finds the back of the net as she ties this game up at 1 apiece. Great shot by Skylar Abbott.
As you can see, Abbott kicks it right into the net, right past the goalkeeper. Let's tie this game up 1-1 in the 40th. With 40 minutes left to play in the game. Gets a very much needed goal here, so they do not take a loss so far. So it is now tied 1-1. Great job there by Skylar.
El Shami credited with the assist there. El Shami is currently tied for 4th in the Peach Belt in assists, as she has 2 so far, notching her 3rd on the season, which puts her in a tie for 3rd place in the Peach Belt so far. And so Abbott ties this game up, making it a 1-1 game.
Mason, as always, watching her play last year and as well this year, she is always so good at setting her teammates up for goals, as she did for that one. It was a very congested for her. There was like 3 defenders on her. Kicked it right to Scholar. She kicked it right into the back of the net. Very great sequence there by the Nighthawks.
So Nighthawks back in this game here, as they will look to get another one here. But Taylor Frew is there to fall on top of that one. So the Nighthawks scoring early in this first period with about 6 minutes gone. But you know Lander's going to be coming back, as they have 4 ties in the season. They are definitely not looking for another tie here.
That is for sure. 4 ties is a lot. Obviously, I don't quite like the rule giving away overtime. You know, obviously, if overtime they were tied, they would go into penalty kicks. They get 5 penalty kicks. Whoever scores the most wins the game. But I don't quite know. Probably if an injury got rid of it. So I mean that is a smart thing to do. But nobody like a tie. You either get a win or a loss. But it does happen. Even after PKs, it can still be a tie. But if you have a much greater chance to try to win the game with 2 extra, I guess you can say, quarters or periods to get a goal.
So Lander will try to track this ball down here. This Vessel will recover, send this ball out of bounds for a Lander throw-in. As we'll see Lander throw in on the far sideline over here. Dumont takes that ball away, sends it out of bounds. Nighthawks defense will take over here. The ball was about to roll out of bounds.
Bearcat lost her shoe for a second there.
The ball does go out of bounds, so Lander will have the corner kick here. They had a few in the first half. They send this one in. Good job by Skylar to head that ball out of there.
Ooh.
Lander almost came away with a goal there. As that ball hit the corner of the goal.
Wow, that was too close for comfort. I know there for Fate Bullied.
Sela Henson with a shot there. That ball almost squeaked in there. Was just a little on the outside. As Lander still with the ball here. It's been the aggressors here for the past few minutes as the ball has stayed on the left side of the field. Nighthawks defense sends this one downfield. And Baresi will try to track that ball down.
She thought it was going to be Nighthawks possession, but the ref said it tipped off on the Nighthawks, so he gave it to the Bearcats.
So Lander with possession here.
Masoon is trying her hardest over there to try to get the ball away from these Bearcat forwards.
Good save by Faith there.
Great defense there by the Nighthawks.
Nighthawks defense has been terrific all season long. It's starting to come alive here in the second half. A couple of good stops here. That ball will go right to Faith. She will send this one downfield. As Landers awarded the free kick here after a little bit of contact from Watry.
Crowd here helping with the energy for the Nighthawks as they scored that goal. Keep their morale up, keep their energy fresh. They try to help this with this very aggressive Lander offense here.
As Watry with the ball now as she is tripped up, no call there. Ball goes out of bounds, but it will still be North Georgia's ball as they will throw in. Ball go back to Faith as she sends it downfield.
Ooh, great back kick there.
Nighthawks with possession here, El Shami. Shami trying to find some of her teammates here. As Colleen tries to pass it off, but Bearcats take over.
Very good deflect off the leg there by Annika. Seifert right there off her leg. And the Hawks back on the attack. Great kick there. Ooh, Skylar trying to get her second win.
Ball will go out of bounds here. As the Nighthawks will throw in. Alexa Arnoff to throw the ball in here. She will try to find teammate as that ball goes out of bounds.
Ticketing for UNG Athletics home events have transitioned to a fully digital model with tickets now on sale for $10 for a single game. Seniors 65 or older, middle and high school students, and military members can purchase discounted single game tickets at $7 each. Season ticket options are also available for both men's and women's soccer seasons. UNG students, faculty, and staff will no longer need
That shot from Watry.
1 second, and we'll have a little bit of action here.
Hitting the top of the goalpost, it looked like.
Season ticket options are also available for both men's and women's soccer season. UNG students, faculty, and staff will continue to gain free access to all home events using the Campus Groups app on their phone and will no longer need to show their Nighthawks ID card. For complete information regarding both single game and season ticket options, please visit ungathletics.com/tickets.
So Watry almost putting the Nighthawks up 2-1 there. She is tied for third in the Peach Belt with shots on goal with 13 so far this season. So Lander will take over here. So that ball will go back to Watry. Lander looking to attack here as they send this one downfield. Bullied is there. Both the Nighthawks and the Bearcats with solid goalkeeping so far this season. Sierra Fowler, who is sidelined tonight, she has 32 saves on the season, which puts her in third place in the Peach Belt. Taylor Frew for Lander also tallying up 25 saves on the season so far. She currently ranks 7th in the Peach Belt. As Vessel, the ball now, she kicks it to Colleen. Ball goes back to Vessel as she sends this one towards the goal. Lander's defense is there. Vessel all over the field here for this Nighthawks defense. As we mentioned earlier, Bailey has earned her second Women's Soccer Defender of the Week award this season in the Peach Belt, as she has been the anchor of an outstanding Nighthawks defense all season long. Bailey has been super consistent on the back line for North Georgia, as his defense has only allowed 8 total shots in their previous 2 games, along with both of those games being shutouts. So big congrats to Bailey, whether she's been up here in the press box broadcasting for the men's soccer games or she's on the field leading the Nighthawks defense. She's been killing it all season long.
Offensive here for the Nighthawks. Cat trying to get something going here.
In this win. Good recovery there from Lander's defense.
Ooh.
A little bit of contact there. Crowd confused on that call.
I think the ref said a push there by one of the Nighthawks. They didn't quite see it, but obviously we're not down there on the field, so we cannot quite see everything. But they did not like that call here at Linden Control Park.
As the sun has gone down, it's definitely cooled off a bit here for the Nighthawks and the Bearcats to play here at Linden Control Park.
For sure, it's a cool about 59 degrees here. Around about 8:50 for these teams here. About a real feel of 61. Probably a little breeze out there.
It was pretty warm during the men's game. However, that did not hinder their playing, as they had a dominant 6-0 win against USC Aiken. As the Nighthawks throw it in here.
A staple in downtown Dahlonega, the Smith House Country Store, restaurant, and hotel offer various types of accommodation for visitors and has been serving family-style country cooking since 1922 just off the historic Dahlonega Square. The crowd here getting very in tune with this game, trying to help the Nighthawks get some offense going here to try to get another goal to be up and try to win this game against the Bearcats.
Yes, Nighthawks on a 2-game winning streak right now, looking to get 3 in a row here.
Ooh.
As Frew bats that one out of there. Al-Shami tracking that ball down. Good move by Al-Shami.
Alize tries to fill that ball out. She kind of whiffs it there for a second. Then the possession will go to the Bearcats. Coach Rawton not happy with that play by her player.
So that ball will go back to Bullied. Senior Abby Crane has not seen the field here in this second period. She may be dealing with an injury of some sort. It's keeping her from getting back on the field here in this second period. You know, the Nighthawks would definitely love to have her out there.
For sure, I think Gomez warming up for to come back into the game, a sophomore forward out of Kenton, Georgia. She's coming in for Natalie McGuire as she comes out. Get her a little break.
So Gomez looking to try to provide a spark off the bench here for North Georgia. As we mentioned earlier, she is recovering from an ankle injury. As that ball is sent downfield. Grace Morgan had the ball there for a moment.
Bad move there by Alize. Or Elise, excuse me.
Slander takes a shot. Goes far left. As North Georgia will have the goal kick here. A couple updates for you around the Peach Belt Conference. The Clayton State and Georgia College women's soccer matchup ending in a 1-1 draw. And the matchup between Young Harris and Georgia Southwestern ending in a 1-0 win for Young Harris. This will be the last Peach Belt game to finish up here on this Wednesday evening.
The Bearcats here on the attack. Nighthawks trying to get that ball out of there, which they do. Great defense by them.
Pass a little strong for Watry.
Kicks it back to their goalkeeper, Taylor Few.
So Lander looking to be the aggressors here.
Bryan Properties is a commercial real estate brokerage firm and serving Northeast Georgia. Located in nearby Cumming, Georgia, Bryan Properties specializes in commercial real estate along the Georgia 400 corridor. For more information on Bryan Properties, visit bryanproperties.net.
It's Gomez trying to track that ball down there. Looks like her ankle is doing okay after missing the last few games. Good to see her back out on the field.
A goal kick for the Bearcats.
Stepping on for the Nighthawks, number 22, Michael Fruits.
Michael Fruits stepping on for North Georgia, the sophomore defender from Savannah, Georgia. Getting some action here in this second period of Peach Belt soccer. So we have a stoppage of play here.
I'm going to talk to Alexa. Kicked the ball there. Wasn't really nothing to it, but I guess the ref just didn't want anything to start. stoppage of play. I believe talking to the Bearcats bench or head coach, saying he doesn't. I think he's by his hand gestures telling the coach like he doesn't want to hear none of that. Is that a yellow card on the bench of the?
They're definitely getting a talking to over
or of
there.
the coach of the Bearcats? I've never seen a yellow on the coaching staff. I think he was probably heated about something there. And the ref said he was not having that and gave that coaching staff or the head coach or the assistant coach a yellow card. First time seeing that.
That's definitely the first for everything, as this is the first yellow in this game. As Abbott makes her way downfield. She passes it off to Watry. Watry has a breakaway here. She is tripped up, and she is down on the turf.
No foul there. The crowd here at Lincoln Report wanted a foul there. She pretty much pushed her in the back, preventing her from trying to take that shot on goal.
Watry was essentially in a one-on-one situation with the goalie there. Had the Nighthawks had the Bearcats defense on her back.
There's Coach Rawton trying to talk to them. She's not liking that whatsoever.
Cat trying to plead her case here. Maybe no call.
She's favoring her lower back there. And the ref here being very strict on when he's going to blow that whistle. Unlike the men's ref who was blowing that whistle like crazy and giving out yellow cards like they were candy.
Lander sends that one in. Faith is there. Got about 20 minutes left here in the second period. Still a tied game at 1-1. Good legal tackle there from Vessel. She steals the ball away from the Bearcats. That ball will go back to North Georgia's defense as they send it downfield to Gomez. Tries to track it down. She will throw it in and do so quickly.
With 6 locations across Northeast Georgia, Howard Brothers Outdoor Power Equipment and Hardware is trusted by both professional landscapers and residential homeowners for all their outdoor equipment needs. For more information on the family-owned business that keeps Georgia's green, can be found at howardbrothers.com.
Shami trying to take a shot there. That ball was deflected by the Lander defense. That ball will sail out of bounds for a North Georgia throw-in, as Arnoff will find Colleen. Ball will go back to Vessel as she makes her way past midfield. Lander taking over here. Ball is going to go to Vessel as she kicks it out of bounds for a Bearcats throw-in. Bearcats throwing it in again here. as Piazza trying to work the ball around here. Vessel saves that one from going out of bounds. Ball goes back to Bearcats.
And the Nighthawks back on the attack now after that pretty keep away ball there by the Bearcats.
Ball finds Aronoff. Goes to Abbott. Gomez sends it in.
Centers it.
Nighthawks almost able to capitalize there. Megan Dumond probably upset with herself after that one, as Gomez put that ball on a platter for her. But it ends with a goal kick for the Bearcats. As that ball sails out of bounds, and Nikki Gomez will throw in. She looks like Nighthawks throw in here. Watry.
$15-25 remaining in this second period. So back to the even matchup, 1-1. Nobody scores here. Obviously, will be a tie for both teams, which would make the 5th tie for the Bearcats. But the Nighthawks trying to get something going here, doing a much better job than they did in the first period, keeping the ball on the attack, keeping them on the right side of the field, trying to figure out a way to get another goal here before this game ends.
Lander still leading North Georgia in shots with 7 for the Bearcats compared to just 2 for North Georgia.
Usually not like them. They usually have a good amount of shots on goal. At least I don't know how much they average per game, but I know it's more than 2 for sure.
Absolutely. In their last matchup, they had 21 shots, their most in any match this season.
They average about 16.2 shots per game. And they have their shots on goal percentage is .575, which is a pretty good percentage there.
This has been a very tough defensive team they've been facing in Lander. As they're in position here. They sent this one in. Good save there by Faith. She will send this one downfield.
Both goalies for the Nighthawks are both very good. Kate Bullied and Sierra Fowler, who was, as we said, not playing here tonight. For I do not know why. Maybe just giving her some rest, or maybe she has a slight injury. Coach Rawlton trying to keep her, I won't say her star, but her star goalkeeper out of here, because Faith Bully is holding her own when she plays his last 2 games, or his last game and this game.
Faith has 2 saves on the night so far. Watry wanting the card there for the contact as she's knocked to the turf again.
Ref calling that crowd here, finally liking that call, because they believe there should have been one earlier when she was on that one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and the Bearcat defender kind of shoved her in her lower back. So she got one here today to see if the Nighthawks can catch this in. Good shot there. Not a goal there. Looked like one went over the back of the net and hit the back side of the net. Crowd here thinking it was a goal, but it was not one.
So Lander's defense will try to reset here as the Nighthawks will try to apply the pressure.
Nighthawk sports fans can get the latest information on their favorite team by logging on to the online home of North Georgia Athletics at ungathletics.com. The website features all current information about UNG Athletics, including live video from the Nighthawk Sports Network, player biographies, photo galleries, plus much more. Visit the official home of the Nighthawks at ungathletics.com.
As Lander takes over here. Nighthawks defense with the ball now. Vessel will pass this ball back to Bullied. Bullied sends this one downfield.
Grace Morgan tries to get it through that back defensive line for the Nighthawks.
Abbott sends it in.
Oh, very close. If there was another Nighthawk there, she possibly could have got that in.
Right idea from Skylar, but as Noah mentioned, nobody home for North Georgia as Taylor Frew is there. Over here, take the shot. Nothing there for Grace Morgan, unfortunately. Taylor Frew, a very good goalkeeper for this Bearcats squad, as we mentioned earlier. She ranks 7th in the Peach Belt with saves on the season. So Colleen will take the free kick here. Again, close call there for Lander, but Frew is there. The youth soccer players here in attendance definitely want to see Nighthawks come away with the win here.
Of course, the boys' youth soccer saw them men get one. I know the women's youth would like to see the women's soccer team here get one today.
No. Lander throws in here. Ball goes to Arnoff.
Crowd here not liking that call whatsoever. Crowd here not very fan favorites of the ref tonight. But there is not much they can do about it.
Yes, they definitely have been more willing to blow the whistle here in this second half. Get another call on the Nighthawks. It's a free kick for Lander. We have just over 7 minutes left here in this second period. Still a tied game at 1 apiece. Watcher kind of tracked that ball down, but the Bearcats defense there to stop her for the moment. Which leads to a Nighthawks throw-in. Lander sending this one to midfield. Nighthawks are there. Aronoff with the ball. Grace and El-Shami trying to make something happen there.
6:20 remaining in this second period. Very still even matchup here. Nighthawks been in the attack a lot more than the Bearcats. A little bit too much on that. Would have been a good attempt there if she would have tried to reel that in a little bit more.
Nighthawks have had a few more chances here in this second period as ball is still up in the air.
Should have been a handball. Crowd wanted one as well.
So Bearcats defense working the ball around here. As they will try to respond after an aggressive first half. The Nighthawks take that ball away. Gomez sends it in, but nobody was home.
Under 5 minutes now. 5 minutes remaining. Both teams still tied here. Trying to get something going for the Nighthawks here to try to get a win here against the Bearcats to improve into 7-2. But they're having a tough time here trying to get this second goal.
The Bearcats will follow this game up with a home matchup against Albany State University at 1 p.m. this Saturday, October 1st. Meanwhile, the Nighthawks will hit the road for their second two-game road trip of the season as they will be taking on USC Beaufort. That game will be this Saturday, October 1st as well, at 11 a.m. in Bluffton, South Carolina.
The Bearcats now trying to attack. Throw in here for the Bearcats. Great defense there by Maysoon.
As the Nighthawks will look to respond now. Gomez making her way downfield. A little bit of contact there from North Georgia.
He calls that for the Bearcats.
As Lander makes her way downfield. So we'll send it back in the other direction. Just over 2 minutes left here in this game. See if either team can come away with the win or if it'll end in a 1-1 draw. As Dumond will look to quickly throw it in here for North Georgia. So ball will go back to Vessel.
A minute and a half remaining in this very tight game. I don't know what either team can do. Like, they both are playing very good offense, but both teams are playing very good defense.
Don't think I've seen a team play North Georgia tougher and closer at home this season than Lander has tonight.
For sure, the last home games, they have won them all except for one against UNC Pembroke. The only score was 0-1. And other than that, they have pretty much dominated 3-0 against Anderson, 4-1 against North Greenville, tie against Lee, a win against Georgia Southwestern, a dominant win against Young Harris 7-1, Clayton State 1-2-0.
So just under a minute of action left here. Ball will roll out of bounds. Lander will throw in.
35 seconds here for either team to try to get something going. Nighthawks have the better chance with it being down on their side of the field. Let's see if any one of these fantastic players can get a game-winning goal here. 20 seconds now.
Nighthawks trying to make something happen here. Arnoff. With the moves there, sends it in.
It will go down as a tie for both teams. Very, very hard-fought battle by the Bearcats, and the Nighthawks will go down as a tie in both record books. So Lander will go down at 2-3-5. The Nighthawks will go down as 6-2-1. Very great game here. The final game is 1-1 against the Bearcats.
Couple of stats here from this game. Of course, as Noah said, it ended in a 1-1 tie tonight at Lynn Cottrell Park. 8 shots were recorded for Lander compared to just 4 for North Georgia. 3 of those shots for Lander coming on goal. 2 of those shots for North Georgia being on goal. North Georgia notching 3 corners there in that second period. Lander coming away with 4 after just 1 in the second period. A yellow card issued to the Lander bench here in this second half. We have 8 fouls on Lander compared to just 7 for North Georgia. Couple of offsides calls here, 1 for each team. Taylor Frew with a save on the night. Faith Bullied with 2 saves as we end in a 1-1 draw here at Lynn Cottrell Park.
And that's wraps for you here in Dahlonega. The final score 1-1 for the Nighthawks. Next game is October 1st, which I believe is an away game. Yes, at USC Beaufort. We thank you for tuning in to Nighthawks Sports Network. Look forward to having you back here later. And have a good night.